Stop wasting your money on cheap travel gear and start upgrading to gadgets that actually last. Hey, Johannes from Gear Up Your Life here. Today I'll show you 15 premium travel gadgets for 2025. Items that are absolutely worth every cent and will completely upgrade the way you travel. If you've ever wondered which gear is just hype and which stuff truly changes the game, this video will give you the answers. Let's kick this list off with the one thing that makes or breaks every trip: your day pack. Sure, you can get away with a $30 Amazon backpack until the zipper explodes on day 3 or you're that person juggling their laptop, water bottle, and passport in front of airport security. That's why I switched to the NioSmart Herman Pro half-roll top. This thing is basically the definition of premium done right. You've got a separate padded laptop compartment that actually fits modern 16-inch devices, a main section that opens wide like a suitcase, and even a Fidlock magnetic buckle that snaps open in half a second. Super satisfying, by the way. Plus, the fabric is waterproof and stain-resistant, which means if you spill airport coffee all over it, yes, guilty again, you just wipe it off and keep moving. And the hidden zipper pocket on the back for your passport? That alone has saved me multiple heart attacks when I'm sprinting through customs. It's definitely an investment piece, but here's the kicker: you don't even have to pay full price. With my code, you'll save 10%, so honestly, there's no excuse left to keep rocking a bag that falls apart before your second trip. Our next upgrade might seem a little unspectacular at first: a tech pouch. But trust me, nothing feels more premium on the road than having all your cables, chargers, and adapters organized instead of tangled up in one big electronic disaster. There are a few solid options out there: Osprey, Bellroy, even Nomadic. But my personal favorite is the Peak Design Tech Pouch. It's built like a tank, with water-resistant fabric, beefy zippers, and this clever origami-style layout that lets you see every item at a glance. No digging, no stress. And here's the kicker: it actually keeps its shape, even when you overpack it with way too many cables, SD cards, and random gadgets you swear you'll need. Sure, it costs more than a budget organizer, but so does missing your boarding call because you were fishing for a charger at the bottom of your bag. Next up, something every traveler needs but most people cheap out on: a universal travel adapter. And here's the truth: those $10 no-name blocks from Amazon, they break, overheat, or simply don't fit properly in half the sockets you'll encounter. That's why I use the Apica universal adapter. It covers outlets in more than 150 countries, and the build just feels solid. No wobbling, no sparks, no cheap plastic. It's got both USB-A and USB-C ports, plus built-in surge protection, so your laptop doesn't fry the first time you plug into a questionable hostile wall. It's one of those upgrades you don't think about until you need it, and then you realize it saved your trip. Honestly, for something you'll use almost every single day abroad, spending a little more here is a no-brainer. Our next gadget is one of those little upgrades that completely changes how you travel: the Anchor Wall Plug Power Bank. On paper, it looks simple. It's just a power bank with fold-out prongs. But here's the thing: once you've used one of these, there's no going back. I used to carry a separate power bank, a wall charger, and at least 2 cables, which meant my tech pouch looked like a spaghetti factory. And of course, I'd always forget to charge the power bank itself before a flight. So when my phone hit 2% at the airport, I was out of luck. With the Anchor, it's just one brick that does it all. You plug it straight into the wall at night, it recharges itself and your devices at the same time, and then you throw it in your bag in the morning with a full battery. At 10,000 milliamp hours, it'll give you 2 full phone charges and still enough juice to top off a tablet. It's compact, reliable, and honestly just feels smarter than juggling 3 different chargers. For me, it's the difference between panicking at the boarding gate and casually streaming a movie on 20% battery with zero stress. Now let's talk about the one gadget that's so small it almost feels silly until it fails on you at the worst possible time: a charging cable. Last year alone, I went through at least 10 of the cheap ones while traveling. They fray, the connectors bend, or they simply stop charging after a few weeks. And every single time I ended up standing in some random airport kiosk, paying double for a replacement that I knew would break again. That's why I finally switched to a Kevlar reinforced charging cable. It's thicker, nearly impossible to tangle, and honestly feels like it could tow a car. I've used mine for over a year now, and it still looks brand new, even after being shoved into hotel sockets, twisted in airplane seats, and wrapped around power banks 100 times. Sure, it costs a little more up front, but the math is simple: buy one premium cable once or keep rebuying 10 cheap ones. For me, that's the easiest travel upgrade decision ever. Gadget number 6 is a tech essential that should never be missing from your bag, right next to your charger: noise-canceling earbuds. There are plenty of strong options out there: Apple AirPods Pro 2, Bose Quiet Comfort earbuds, or the Sony WF-1000 XM5, which I personally use. But if you're looking for something compact and under $100, a surprisingly solid pick is the CMF Buds 2 Plus. They give you adaptive noise canceling, a customizable sound profile through the app, solid battery life, and honestly way better build quality than than the no-name buds that barely survive a single trip. I'll never forget sitting on a flight a few months ago. Engines roaring, lights flickering, the usual chaos. I switched on the ANC mode and suddenly, silence. It felt like flipping off the stress of the entire cabin. That's when you realize these aren't just headphones, they're basically a travel sanity button. Sure, they cost more than the cheap alternatives, but once you go quiet, you never go back. Gadget number 7 takes us out of the tech zone and into packing organization, because no premium travel setup is complete without packing cubes. Now, there are decent budget options out there like Amazon Basics or BagSmart. They'll get the job done for a while. But once you try a premium set from brands like Eagle Creek or Peak Design, you instantly feel the difference. The zippers, the fabric, even the compression, it all just works better. I actually started with Amazon Basics about 2 years ago. After 1 year of heavy travel, they were pretty much done. Ripped seams, broken zippers, and honestly, for $30 that was fine. But my Eagle Creek cubes, I've been using them for a year and a half now, and they still look brand new. For about double the price, you're getting more than double the lifespan, and a quality upgrade that makes packing less of a chore and more of a system. Gadget number 8 is all about toiletries, and for me, there's only one winner here: the Sea to Summit Hanging Toiletry Bag. I've tested way too many DOP kits over the years, from cheap nylon pouches to over-designed leather cases, and this one just beats them all. It's lightweight, surprisingly spacious, and the built-in hanger is a complete game changer. Instead of balancing bottles on a tiny hotel sink, you just hook it on the door or shower rod, and everything's right where you need it. Inside, the layout actually makes sense. Zippered compartments, a TSA-friendly pocket, and water-resistant fabric that laughs off leaks. Plus, after more than a year of constant use, the zippers and seams